Going to be featured here up against the Rahul Reddy, fresh off of a top 4 in Oceania. Very strong showing that he had here, and you think he's running it back with the Regi?
I don't know if there was enough time, honestly, to make a lot of edits there, Kyle. So yeah, I think Rahul's going to run it back, maybe get a little bit of redemption here on the stream going into this match. So I'm really excited to see this. It's going to be great.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun one here. Of course, Sam is a player who's been around for quite some time. He had a 3rd place finish at US Nationals 2013. Every once in a while, he shows his face here, shows us that he's still got it, and sure enough, 3-0. He just got it in his blood, you know?
Yeah.
Anytime he wants to play Pokemon, he shows up and can do the thing.
Coming out representing Tennessee, gotta love it.
Oh,
All right,
that's not how you do it.
Not the way you want to start, that is for sure.
Yep, down 2 of those 3 Mew VMAX. Over on that side for Rahul, the one of Cape of Toughness, the Path to the Peak, and a couple of the Regis.
Lots of shiny cards there, Kyle, for sure.
You know, when you've played this deck as long as he has, you get a lot of flexing that you can do.
Absolutely. Yeah, Samuel, at least it's not a Mew VMAX list that's running only 2 VMAX, because we have seen that quite frequently. But honestly, having 2 Ultra Ball as well in the prize cards for Samuel is going to be a little bit dicey as well, depending on the hands pan out. But here we go. Jumping into the stream here, our Swiss round 4, Rahul Reddy versus Samuel Liggett. We're starting over here on Samuel's side of the field.
Oh, he's playing Ultra
Go ahead and throw away that Path to the Peak early. Don't really need that in this matchup. Your opponent plays that card usually, so get rid of that as quickly as possible. Start looking for some of those resources. Of course, we're Mew. Get 10 cards in the discard pile, right? That's the way to win on the opening turn.
Absolutely. Definitely. I mean, this is going to be a traditional type of Mew setup here that we're so used to seeing. Such a powerful deck, so much draw support that we have. There's disruption in the deck as well. But there are a couple of key differences I know from Samuel's deck, right, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at the list, and oddly enough, there is no Chromatic in here. He's playing a very consistent list focused on using the Rotom Phone and a lot of interesting tech cards here, so that he has maybe some better matchups in the field.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited to see how Sam has catered this deck for his type of play style here, and let's see how this turn 1 can kick off here. I don't know if you got to look at the hand. It's kind of been on the table there, Kyle.
I'm a little worried.
Oh, no!
There's no Battle VIP pass yet, which is, I mean, that's always the card that we're looking for.
Yeah,
but looks like Sam got some information looking through the deck there.
Sure, those Mew VMAX kind of stick out like a sore thumb not being in the deck for sure. Ooh, lots of Rotom Phones in the hand at least, but yeah, you're going to need a way to draw into what you need as well. Maybe we'll see the Battle VIP here.
It is, but how do you get to it?
Exactly.
You need to be able to use that Fusion Strike and draw up to it, and I don't think there's a way to thin the hand down. A second Rotom Phone, that would just manipulate the cards once more, and then there's a Lost Vacuum that you can't play. I think Sam's going to be stuck.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in when you're so close yet so far. You do need a way to get that hand size down, and unfortunately down a couple ball cards. Kind of an awkward hand start, and this is where Mew can just get into these really awkward scenarios where the card you want is just not able in your reach. Oh, and we're just going to see the pass there to Rahul. So let's see Rahul's starting turn here. Hopefully has a strong hand. Oh, already getting multiple Regi down. Is that a professor's research?
Wow.
Okay.
Well, we were talking about the drip. Look at that. Is that signed by a judge?
Absolutely love it there. Hey, and honestly, that was a fantastic Professor's Research. Does get rid of the boss's order, but we have several Regi down now and 2 Aurora Energy now in the discard pile, which is huge. With the Regi deck, you always want to make sure you're mapping out those Aurora, because they just come in so clutch for picking whichever attacker you may want to choose in whatever matchup you're in.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Going to have access to all of those different attacks there. You also see that the Hisuian Heavy Ball was able to find the Regidrago. I think the Regirock is in hand too. So just Regice missing the field, and that'd be the turn 1. That's what every player's looking for.
Yeah, especially every Regi player, that is for sure. All right, let's see what Rahul can do here. Put in the prize cards back after that Hisuian Heavy Ball, of course. Such a great inclusion to this deck. Get a nice little basic out of the prize cards.
Oh my goodness.
Trekking Shoes into a Quick Ball. Here we go. Another energy is going to hit the discard pile. And we're going for that last Regi that we need on the field here for Rahul. That is going to activate, of course, our Regi Gigas, our ancient wisdom here. Rahul has all the wisdom in his hand at the moment.
Yeah, this is exactly what he wants to do. He got rid of the bee revenge so that he could use the ancient wisdom, and he's going to get it off here on the opening turn. Has the perfect knockout lined up too with the heavy slam.
With the heavy slam, absolutely. I was going to see, of course, that is going to be a knockout. There are 2 prize cards here for Rahul. That is huge. That is a first turn, Kyle. Let's remember that. That is giant for this turn, especially since Sam is just not finding what he needs in these hands. This is going to be tough to recover from.
Yeah, the volunteer might need to volunteer to go second. We need to move to game 2. This is rough stuff.
Absolutely. I feel like going into this match, Kyle, what do you think as the Regi player you're leading with? Or is it just kind of a mix and match of which Regis you choose to go with at what time? I mean, we just saw a heavy slam there.
Bro,
which is
looks
awesome,
like he's ready to win.
Yeah,
easy moments.
There's definitely a few options when you're playing with this deck. Obviously, if you find the Aurora energies, then you can do just about anything you want. But most of the time, you get stuck with maybe those speed lightnings or anything to get going. So you use that Regieleki, soften up some Pokemon, and then find your way there. But if you can just start taking knockouts, yes, ma'am.
Pop off there. Awesome. All right, here we go. We are going to jump into a Marnie, though. So Sam is going to get 5 new cards. Of course, the hand being shuffled and put to the bottom of the deck. Are these 5 cards going to help out, though?
Oh, there's not even a Pokemon there. There's the Forest Sealstone that could help grab something and stay in the game. But this is just a problem with the deck list, and it's no fault of Sam's. He just plays all these Battle VIP Pass, and then he doesn't have the Cramomatic to get rid of them at those points afterwards. So he's just stuck with all of these useless cards in his deck right now, and he's not finding any of the right pieces.
Yeah, that is so tough. Cram, I guess I didn't realize how different this deck looks without the Cramomatic in it. It's actually a huge difference that makes for sure.
Yeah, why would you play the deck without
Sam's
Cramomatic?
still sticking with it, though. Gonna try to work with this hand. I mean, this hand is not good.
Yeah. Gonna go ahead and show the Ultra Ball with the Forest Sealstone. You don't need to show what card you get, but this is, I mean, Sam's probably going to be playing the whole handout right now, trying to draw a few cards with the Genesect.
Yeah, absolutely. So that Ultra Ball is definitely going to be played here, getting that Mew out of the deck as well. So at least we have 1 Pokemon on the board here, well, 2 in total, to get to draw some cards. Energy attached for turn, which is great. But yeah, now that Forest Sealstone has been used, so that is the 1 chance Sam, of course, has to use that for the turn. Let's see if this Fusion Strike can get anything.
For a quick ball, but I think he wants to hold on to the other card in his hand, so he's just going to pass afterwards.
That is tough. What is that card, Kyle, that he's holding on to?
Well, I don't know, but if we see another escape rope or a way to move this Mew into the active spot, we're never going to see that card. The game's going to be over.
That's very true. That is very true. And here we go. Rahul just able to run away with this, honestly. As long as the energy cards are in your discard pile, you can put them wherever you want with this Ancient Wisdom, of course. So retreating is really not a huge issue here. And we are going to see that Regieleki with that Terra Spark.
Yeah, this is very nice from Rahul. Understands that this isn't a point where he needs to get too aggressive. Just get some damage onto the Mew V. That lines up great for the Regigigas to deal 300 damage eventually and be able to remove a Mew V Max. This also means that the Genesect V could potentially be removed by 2 Terra Sparks on the bench.
Yeah, absolutely, in a fantastic spot here for Rahul. And that's really how Rahul played in his last matches too at OCIC, just really consistently grinding through this deck. And I mean, it's been getting him there at a 3-0 record right now, so doing well so far. Here we go. On Sam's side here, we've seen a couple of things happen. Path to the Peak is now bumped, of course, for that Lost City, so Sam does still have access to abilities here, which is huge because we need to see some more cards for Sam. We need to see some sort of recovery out of this tough position.
Yeah, holding on to the Lost City, that's going to be a very important card here, as this could lead to maybe a window where you remove all of a certain Regi from Rahul, and then you don't run into any more of that Ancient Wisdom.
Hero's Medal coming down onto the field, just thinning the hand there. Choice Belt drawn off of that Fusion Strike system on the Genesect on the field. Both Fusion Strike systems have been used now, so Sam's just going to have to work with what's in the hands here. Ultra Ball debating what to discard. This is
Would you risk it and go for
Yeah.
another Genesect, or do you just take the Mew VMAX? Because you only have one in the deck. You're going to
It's
have
only
to find
one,
that
yeah.
card outright, or you're going to have to find an Ultra Ball as well.
No, and there's 2 Ultra Ball in the prize cards too, Kyle.
There's
This is
so
tough.
few cards that can help in this situation, and I can almost guarantee we're going to see a Battle VIP pass with the luck we've seen.
Oh, no. Well, at least we get to see the Rotom phone first, so at least gets to choose one of these cards to go straight to the top here, off the top 5.
Yep, we do see Quick Ball listed there, so maybe that's a card that you grab, and then you could draw with the Genesect V, maybe find that last Genesect and find some additional cards there. It's just a way to push even further.
Absolutely. Yeah, Roxanne, that's not active right now because Rahul is sitting at 4 prize cards still. What was that card, Kyle?
I feel like we're going to find out on a Fusion Strike system.
I think so, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that was a sneaky drop there.
Sneaky drop, but we do have, of course, now that Genesect being chosen over the Mew VMAX, but we'll see what it gets Sam here off of this Fusion Strike system. Of course, going to be able to draw into 5 because there's 5 Fusion Strike Pokemon down and a 0-card hand. Anything, Kyle, anything?
I don't think that's it. Yeah, we see the double turbo. I believe that was the card selected. So just looking for that retreat option for the Genesect V makes a bunch of sense. But I think a Quick Ball was found in a switch card too.
Yeah.
Maybe we could see a few more cards played down.
We'll switch card and some healing action. Pop it in here.
Yep, can help out with the Terra Spark math. So
Absolutely.
not too shabby.
Another Force Seal Stone just to thin down the hand. Of course, can't be activated here. We're going to see the attachment for turn on the Mew V on the bench, and here we go, jumping into a Judge. Sam hasn't played a supporter yet, so this is a fantastic one to play. Both players shuffle their hands into their decks, and they're going to both draw 4 cards. Something Sam really needs right now.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, those 4 cards have to involve a Mew VMAX.
Yeah, I was about to say that singleton Mew VMAX in the deck. Let's see if we can see it on Sam's side. This is huge. Oh, there it is!
That's so big!
Oh my goodness, Mew VMAX coming out to play here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Love it.
Hey,
there we go.
did find the Battle VIP pass too, though, so
Oh,
unlucky.
yes. Yeah, at least we got the good half of that, I suppose. Lost City is out, of course, so that means on Rahul's side of things, that Regieleki is going to the Lost Zone, not to be retrieved ever again.
Yep.
So that is kind of major in this matchup for sure.
Yeah, if there were a Pokemon that you want to go to the Lost Zone, it's fine that you have the Regieleki down. You play 3 2-1 split, so we'll see what Rahul has to do here in order to get this knockout. Obviously, Regigigas is going to be a big factor here, but what's in the rest of the hand? Is this going to be a YOLO research?
We'll see, I guess. We still have, too many cards in hand, I think, for a Dragon's Horde. So, yeah, we'll have to see how this is burned down. Regieleki number 2 jumping into the active position here. This, of course, is a different Regieleki than the one that is sitting in the Lost Zone as of now. But there we go. We're going to see that research discarding the entire hand there for Rahul. We're going to see some manual attachments here as well. All of the Regis are at the party right now. So Ancient Wisdom, of course, putting that energy on the board.
Yep, nice to see that attachment there to the Regigigas.
Yeah.
Gonna have that Pokemon lined up eventually, and we do see the targeted bolt taking out the Genesect V. So helpful in this instance, and sure enough, Rahul does have the knockout lined up. Sam is gonna have to find a way to get that Regigigas out of here.
Absolutely. It's so nice when we can see both different Regielekis come into play and be utilized in different ways. You gotta love it. But yeah, taking it down, another 2 prize cards down for Rahul. Back on Sam's side, of course, only down 1 prize card, knocking out that former Regieleki. So just such an uphill battle here. Unfortunate in those prize cards at the start here. Lost City is in play, so of course that Genesect that was knocked out also goes to the Lost Zone on Sam's side of the field.
Yep,
but
good catch by the judge there.
This is a 1 prize Pokemon knockout that you're taking every turn. I mean, how do you even have a chance to recover from this, Kyle?
Yeah, you start to worry about how it plays out here, and I think you are banking completely on the Lost City at this stage. You need that Regieleki to go into the Lost Zone. You need Rahul to miss, and then hopefully you can just get to a point where you're removing a Regi each turn, and then Rahul just isn't able to fill the board up again.
Yep, I mean, that is definitely a major inclusion that helps a ton in the Regi matchup, but when you're already so behind, it definitely is unfortunate that it's sort of a backup plan. But Sam's sticking with it for this, so we will see what happens here if Rahul maybe can't recover due to that lost city. But I mean, that is a huge hand over there too, Kyle.
Yep, we did see in Sam's hand he's holding on to the Roxanne. I think that's going to be the supporter choice, which would be nice. It does leave Rahul with just 2 cards, but we do see that gift energy, which is Rahul's savior in this spot. It is so helpful, and he has one on both Pokemon that he likes. Definitely thinking about having those resources for the end game. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any cross switchers, right, in Sam's
rain
list. Yeah, so that Roxanne is going to be the supporter chosen for the turn. Of course, super important here, as you said, Kyle, hoping that Rahul draws into a pretty bad 2 cards, but I think that was a research. I feel like I just saw a research in that 2 cards. But Sam, of course, drawing into 6 for themselves here. Into a bunch of 2 power tablets here. We're going to see a quick ball discarding that Path to the Peak, going back into the deck here for a basic Pokemon, or you can just fail it and shuffle up as well. But yeah, that Roxanne was a major play. We'll see what Rahul gets off of it, though. But I mean, hey, Regi's got a lot of I feel like it just has ways to recover out of any situation, honestly.
Yeah, this is going to be a scoop. He did not find a way to switch this Mew, so he was not going to be able to attack. And usually you have multiple Mew VMAX, but those were your prize cards.
Yeah, that is so unfortunate there. Yeah, having the Mew VMAX with the free retreat, always fantastic there, but not having any other Mews in play, being able to be played on Sam's side, that was just an unfortunate turn of events there, unfortunately for Sam. But hey, hopefully we'll see some differences going into this game too between these players.
Yeah, I don't think that Sam was ready for the turn 1 from his opponent. That's not okay. That's not really how we have the matchup planned in our eyes, and now he's got an opportunity to hopefully get a good setup here, use that Battle VIP Pass, draw some additional cards, and then we can see the power of this deck where he's got the 4 Rotom Phone, can manipulate and get all the right cards at the right time, and you can see he's got the strategy lined up here. Has double Lost City, has the Hero's Medal, and a bunch of ways to search out exactly the right card at the right time. So could definitely manipulate the prize exchange and what cards Rahul has access to and come out with a victory, but did not have them game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even think we mentioned that Hero's Medal. It did come down onto the field in that game, but obviously didn't really make a huge difference there. It was put on, I think, a Genesect.
Yeah, it was more of an accessory that game. Yeah. Same with all those 4 Seal Stones, too.
Way to thin the hand a bit there, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of bling going on, for sure.
Definitely. But yeah, we will see what happens in this game, too, between these players. I think if both of these players get off to an extremely strong start, so both Sam and Rahul's side, how do you think this matchup really plays out on paper, Kyle?
If Regigigas does what it does and gets the turn 1 opener, it is the strongest deck in the format. So I will never bet against that.
I 100% agree with you there. We do see 2 Regi in the prize cards, but of course we see that Hisuian Heavy Ball all the time there. There's multiple copies, as you mentioned before, too, Kyle. Regieleki, Registeel is usually thinner lines, but Heavy Ball comes into play there. A couple energies as well in those prize cards for Rahul. Escape Rope. So I guess 1 pivot off, and I feel like Regi usually plays several pivot options. I mean, Scoop Up Nets is just that's usually the major one.
Usually the go-to. The Escape Rope's been nice when you're playing against some players that have those single prize Pokemon and you're looking to take a V knockout. We see often that happens in the Lugia matchup where you get to promote that Pokemon, and somehow it ended up working in this game to get a free Mew V knockout on the opening turn.
So absolutely.
That's definitely a nice one to have.
That is one way to start, that is for sure. Okay, so both these players shuffling up here, preparing for this game.
Let's get it.
So excited. I know you said Sam is a Tennessee local here. I'm sure hyped to be on the stream representing Tennessee. Fantastic to see.
Yeah, he went to school here. He's been a member of the Pokemon community for so many years.
Awesome.
Great that we have this opportunity here to show off.
Oh,
but
no.
is he going to even attack this game? 2 double turbos?
Oh, no. Oh, that is rough. Of course, you can only play 4 copies of 1 card in a list, and that double turbo is the main and actually the only energy Sam is playing here. So 2 of them being in the prizes is rough, to say the least. But hey, at least we have that Battle VIP pass. Maybe we'll see some early prize cards, hopefully from Samuel, to get into those double turbos that are stuck in the prizes there.
It was the very first thing that he looked at when he went through the deck search.
The double turbos?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he says, you gotta be kidding me.
I know. First the 2 VMAXs, now 2 double turbos. What are these prize cards here for Sam? So unfortunate. Would you rather have, I guess, the Mew VMAX's prize or the double turbos, Kyle?
I guess the double turbos, because this list actually has some ways to get back cards. You have Roseanne's backup. You could probably do some weird things there, but as long as you get an opening attack off, you're going to be okay. And there are some Battle VIP passes to this hand. I think there were 2 or 3, so we should see a full board and a lot of cards drawn.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see, like I said, those early knockouts, maybe get into some of those double turbos so it's not as much of an issue. I did see the Heroes Medal as well in the prize cards, and I'm sure that's like a 1-of copy in there. So just take note of that, I suppose, but I don't think I think the double turbo is pretty bad. But hey, starting off with 2 Battle VIP passes,
3.
that is definitely a good spot
hand.
you want to be in, at least for getting Pokemon on the board here for Samuel. So we're going to see. That's a lot of Mew, though, that I'm seeing on the board. 2 Genesect so far.
I think we'll see the 3-3 split there.
Yeah.
It does find that. I do like spacing out the Battle VIP passes. Could see some players just throw down 2 and go, ooh, 4 Pokemon, yes please. But you actually want to get that card out of your hand, because finding ways to discard it is really difficult with this list.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know Oricorio is in the list for Sam, but obviously not on the field as of now. But here we go. What else is in this hand? Oh, the Lost City is already in hand. So, of course, we said how pivotal that is in this matchup. So, definitely going to hold on to that one, I'm sure. We're going to see the first Fusion Strike system into 3 additional cards. Forest Seal Stone's going to hop right onto that Genesect V. We'll see how Sam chooses to use it in this game, if it's going to be a kind of a clutch moment type thing or more of a setup type scenario. VMAX as well been drawn into.
Nice to have that on the board early on here, and this could be one of those slower openers. Obviously, the board is exactly where you want it to be, but you're not going to progress through the deck. But that's not really what Sam's looking to do in the with this strategy. He's just looking to make sure that he has everything that he needs on that optimal turn. So sure enough, using that Rotom Phone, going to get the right card on the top of the deck, and then he's got the turn 2 lined up if he ever finds that energy.
Yeah, that is going to be the key here for Sam.
Seal.
Getting that energy and then being able to carry out the rest of those turns. Going to be an Ultra Ball there off of that last Fusion Strike system. So at least a way to discard a couple cards out of the hand if you want to draw into more cards in the next turn. But that's going to be it on Sam's first turn. So much better start than the last game that we just saw. Let's see if Rahul can pull off an incredibly strong
really
turn.
Close. I think he's already got 4, and he just grabbed the Ultra Ball as the top deck here. Has the Scoop Up Net in hand and 2 energies to go with this. So I think we might see it again. This is unreal.
If we see it again, I'm sure if Rahul gets the interview, the winner's interview, I just want to know how many times this happens for him, because we saw it in Australia as well.
He said it happened 5 times in day 2 or something something unrealistic. Yeah.
Sheesh, putting Reggie on the map here.
So there's a cool opportunity here for Rahul. I think he needs to dig a little further, but he has the Scoop Up Net. He could go ahead and Scoop Up Net to the Regidrago, of course, get access to that Dragon's Horde.
Yeah.
But he has the Choice Belt in hand too. He could use that to actually line up a knockout on the Mew V if he finds the Aurora energy.
And that would be so strong. Of course, we saw it in the last game, getting those 2 prize cards early in the game, just taking a quick knock and getting a Mew V off the field too is pretty huge on Rahul's side of the field. So definitely going to be looking to do that here, take the prize card lead in this first turn. And wow, just an absolutely stacked initial hand.
Yeah, we'll see if he wants to play down this card. Of course, having access to an additional card with the Dragon's Horde sounds like a great option, but going to go ahead and play that perfect here. Get
All
4 cards, just looking for that Aurora energy or a supporter to keep going.
Ooh. Yeah, that is definitely a way to keep going, Kyle.
Oh, that's every card.
Yeah, that's every card you need. Oh, just going to discard the Regi off of the trekking shoes.
Ugh.
Drew into a path to the peak. So that is going to be the second copy we've seen. Of course, the one is on the field right now, played out of the hand for Rahul. And we're just going to see a research here.
See you later. Found the Aurora energy. That's going to be a turn 1 knockout again. Are you kidding?
Oh, my goodness. That is exactly what Rahul was looking for, and that is exactly what Rahul found.
And look at this. He can go ahead and throw it away with the quick ball, and he has the gift energy for the card for his attachments. He's going to have all the energies on this Regi Regi here and have the option to draw his hand all the way back up if Sam has the knockout. Unreal.
Absolutely unreal. What's crazy about this, too, is I feel like there weren't even that many pivotal resources sacrificed for those couple of turns. I mean, the Regi Regi, I suppose, was discarded, and maybe another path to the peak, but that's about it.
I'm sad about the paths, but honestly, if you just take 3 knockouts in 3 turns, who cares?
Yeah, you're chilling.
You can Lost City whatever you want with those 2 attacks. I'm going to win.
Oh my goodness, Rahul taking it away here. Like I said, putting Regi on the map, making people pick up this deck again and say, you know what, let's believe in the good RNG first turns on my side of things. I feel like we saw Regi brick so often on stream, but it is the opposite situation here for Rahul Reddy, and I'm sure he's very happy to be in that situation. So here we go, back on Sam's side, of course, after that 2 prize card knockout for Rahul. Let's see what Sam does here. Lost City is going to bump that path to the peak, so now it's 2 paths in the discard on Rahul's side. Yeah,
let's not forget that Sam's holding on to a monster. He's got a lot of great cards right now. The only problem is he's missing that energy, but he's going to have the double Mew VMAX. He has the Marnie to at least reset Rahul a little bit. Obviously still has to play through that gift energy, but if Sam finds the energy, gets that knockout, the Lost City is going to remove that Pokemon. Maybe you can target all of the Dragos and put Rahul in an awkward position.
Yeah, if you take away the Ancient Wisdom, the Regi does seem to slow down, because that is the way the energy is being accelerated here. So, and you have to have all 6 Regi in place. So that is definitely going to be, I'm sure, the strategy we're seeing Lost City coming down real quick on Sam's side. Of course, thinning the hand out. The Oricorio was discarded there along with, I believe, a Genesect to the Ultra Ball. We're drawing into several more cards here. I saw double Escape Rope in the hand there off of that Fusion Strike.
Yeah, that would be a way to avoid setting off the gift energy, and you could take a different knockout. And look at this, actually going to go ahead for the boss's orders.
That's another way to
avoid
the gift energy.
We know which Pokemon's dangerous. That Regigigas can take a big knockout on Mew VMAX, so avoid that at all costs. Maybe able to draw into this energy here with the Genesect V, but if not, you do still have that Forest Seal Stone to back up on.
Absolutely. We did see the Lost Vacuum there on Sam's side as well, taking that Choice Bell out of play here on Rahul's side, and an Escape Rope on Sam's side going into the Lost Zone. Still an Escape Rope in hand, if not 2.
I think we got the Pokemon we want in the active.
Yeah, I know.
but yeah, these are not exactly the draws we're looking for.
Absolutely, yeah. Ooh, gonna have to burn 2 power tabs here.
Yeah, just looking to draw into some additional cards. Finds the double turbo. Gets to hold on to that Forest Seal Stone. That's going to be very helpful. And maybe finding the right cards to get Rahul out of here. You have the access to at least get rid of that 1 Regigigas. If you can continue to target those down by boss's orders or what have you, then maybe you can piece it all together.
Yep, definitely needed that entry. We'll also see what Sam does take off of the prize cards as well. See if we can see another energy potentially off of there. So we are going to see that 1 prize knockout there for Sam. Ooh, both of those double turbos still sitting in the prize cards though. And then here we go, back onto Rahul's side. Another tool card coming down, but that one is going to be the Cape of Toughness. So your basic Pokemon do get plus 50 HP. Ooh, we're going to see another huge research here from Rahul's side of the field. So giant hand discarded there into a fresh 7 cards.
Yep, into that other Professor's Research, that fighting energy that we see there. That's not actually a fighting energy.
Yep,
we're going to get some information here, and does have that other Regieleki. We do have 1 in the discard pile.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was the Registeel and the Lecky in the prize cards.
What are those?
One of those may have already been taken as well. So Regieleki popping out of the prize cards here, being replaced with that Hisuian Heavy Ball back down into the prize cards. Of course, only 4 of those left Rahul has to get through to potentially take a strong 2-0 here against Mew VMAX, but we still got a long ways to go in this match.
Yep, looks like Rahul is actually content not going for the Regigigas this turn, wants to avoid giving that Pokemon away at this stage, and it makes a lot of sense. You know, your opponent already is going to be using that Lost City, and if you make them use it on a Pokemon that isn't going to add up to the total of all your Regis being down, you definitely take that.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 2 Regigigas in the deck list, so losing that one would mean no more Ancient Wisdom here for Rahul.
That's a great point. Yeah,
I was just looking at that. I was like, well, I wonder how many are in the deck.
We see so often they just play 3, and that's the standard thing. But
I thought that too.
Maybe you just play 2, and that's how you get the turn 1 every time. So if that's the sacrifice you have to make, then go ahead.
Yeah, it's actually a 2-line of every single Regi except for the Regieleki. There's that one of the quote-unquote bad Regi, I suppose, in there as well. So 3 of those, but 2 of each of the others. All right, we're jumping back over here onto Sam's side of the field. Looks like we're starting off with a quick ball here. Discarding, or actually going back into the discard pile with a pal pad, so this is going to allow Sam to get those 2 supporters, shuffle them back into the deck. Of course, if there's more cards to be played from hand, don't shuffle yet, but it looks like it's probably going to be a Marnie here from Sam's side of the field. So shuffling up the deck here.
Yeah, did have a really great strategy lined up if the Regigigas was played down. Had the Pal Pad, Boss's Orders, was going to bring that back with the Seal Stone. Instead, not going to be able to do that. Rahul thinking of everything now.
I know.
And Sam is going to have to settle with the Marnie, it looks like.
Yeah, definitely playing around potential dangers on Rahul's side of the field for sure. We're going to see that Lost Vacuum, so Cape of Toughness. Also hitting the Lost Zone. Resources getting thinned out here on Rahul's side. Path to the Peak, of course, not a big deal here for Sam to lose. Really wants to lose it at this point because that Lost City is what so Sam wants to be in play for the stadium. And then here we go. Fusion Strike System bringing some more cards into the hand. That Roseanne's backup, I believe, was one of those cards. Of course, supporters already been played, but we'll see if Sam decides to hold on to it or maybe discard it out of hand, depending on what other cards we're working with here, Kyle.
Yeah, we see a few options. Looks like just going to continue to thin out the hand here. Maybe just looking for some additional resources to get that second Mew VMAX lined up.
Yeah.
Get a different attacker in the active spot. And we'll see if he's able to get to that point. I don't think this quick ball is going to get the hand too terribly low.
No, that's not an Ultra Ball there. That quick ball is only going to be 1 discard.
Yep, even thinking about the power tablet here as well.
Yeah, I might just burn it.
And the rope.
Gonna do the rope here. Escape rope, so Rahul gets to decide what Pokemon is promoted on his side of the field, and then Sam will also promote a different Pokemon. Of course, very easy for Mew decks because of that easy peasy free retreat. You can just jump back into whatever you had in the active there. Also, resetting any sort of Techno Blast, which is huge, so. All right, it's going to be the Regieleki coming into the active for Rahul.
And the other card was the Mew VMAX there, so nice find. Of course, finding all the last energy. That's,
I was about to say,
that's a lot to ask, but
we still need another energy.
Well, we'll get a feel now from Sam if he thinks he has to go for the attack with this Mew VMAX. He does still have the Seal Stone.
Yeah, see if it's, yeah, that's true. It could be drawn out of the deck with the Seal Stone. Just free access to any card in your deck. Such a strong card. We'll see if Sam chooses to use that or maybe try to dig. We're going to see the boss here. Oh, so this is the boss play we were talking about, because we were talking about Marnie, but Marnie wasn't played here on Sam's side. So we're seeing a boss here on the Regidrago for turn.
Yep, worried about the just the strength that this Pokemon has. Dealing 160, it lines up really well against the Mew VMAX on the bench.
Yep.
Still looking, but not finding. He finds 3 tools.
That's a lot of tools. Oh my goodness. Those Genesect V with their stone tablets.
Look at them.
Gotta love it. Yeah. Of course, that Regidrago being taken out there will play into that gift energy, but Rahul has a pretty stacked hand already.
The hand is definitely thinned all the way down. All of the all the draws have happened here from the Genesect, and now you have to make a decision. Looks like we're going to be attacking with this damaged Mew VMAX, or you're going to use this Seal Stone.
Yeah, exactly. That is the decision indeed, because there is not enough energy here. So we're going to see that free retreat come into play here into this damaged Mew VMAX here with that double turbo energy. Just so slim on the double turbos, but we're going to see that Regi Drago hit the Lost Zone. That Lost City has just been stuck in the active, and Sam, I'm sure, breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief there, at least drawing one of the double turbos out of the prize cards here. Rahul benching that Regigigas down, which is going to be necessary here because we're going to need some energy on the field. But again, this is the last Regigigas. The other one is in the Lost Zone for Rahul, so we're going to see how the rest of this game plays out. Both players now 4-4 prize cards.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see Rahul with a cute play with the scoop up net in this instance. You have a great opportunity here to get some energies down on a Pokemon like that Registeel, maybe take that knockout with the heavy slam, but then you can use scoop up net, reset the Ancient Wisdom, and maybe get some energies on a different attacker. If you have enough Aurora energies, you can set up that Drago, but it's likely going to have to be that other Regieleki.
Jeez.
Ooh, some heavy slamming here. Oh, that's nice. So we saw this a lot from Rahul in Australia, just scoop up netting the Regigigas to be able to double use it, essentially, because it does reset that ability as well. So that's super important, especially if Rahul potentially could be losing the Regigigas. Getting down as many energy as possible is definitely going to be huge to set up these attackers and hopefully close out this game in the later game stages here. So we did see the manual attachment there of the Aurora energy onto the Regi Drago, and then we're going to see 3 energy come down onto that Gigas.
Yeah, had all the energies to go for the Regigigas, which is nice because it's obviously a great Pokemon to attack with, but it's also one of the largest threats, and Sam wants to target this Pokemon anyways, so not ideal, but of course, when you have 2 twin energies, you know where they're going to go.
Yeah, exactly. That is a heavy cost there on that Regi, that's for sure. All right, here we go. So taking those prize cards, Rahul going down 3 prize cards to 1 left there on the prize card. Sam, of course, having taken that double turbo energy off of the prize cards there. So now that is in hand. Drawing into, ooh, was that a Roxanne?
It is. So that will be beneficial here to at least get the hand down a little lower. But the problem is that Rahul just keeps getting these gift energies.
Yeah, those gift energy, I mean, that's why they're in the deck. That is one of the most clutch cards, I think, in the Regi deck. Most clutch inclusions there. Oh, and there is the double turbo for Sam. A little late there off the Fusion energy, or sorry, Fusion Strike system. We're going to see a quick ball discarding a Marnie going into the deck. Just doing a quick search here. What resources do I have left? We see another Lost City in there, Boss's Order. Still one, I think, this last power tablet in the deck, which isn't super applicable.
Yep, if he's able to find the Mew VMAX along with the Boss's Orders, you can avoid the obvious knockouts being available for the Registeel, and that's definitely what you're looking to do here. Target down that Regigigas. If you can get that into the Lost Zone, then maybe you can just handle all of the threats outright.
Survive. Exactly, Kyle. That is definitely what we're going to be seeing here. Sam still shuffling off of that quick ball, of course, failing it, so nothing is drawn out of the deck, but you still have to shuffle up. All right, let's see. Sam's just going to go for a Fusion Strike system here, see what can be drawn into. Still one more Fusion Strike system left on the Genesect over there as well, so if Sam decides to play down this hand, what do you think he's searching for here?
Yeah, this is
the boss?
I mean, you found the Ultra Ball, so you can go ahead and grab the Mew VMAX, get that down, and avoid the easy boss knockout there with the heavy slam. Now you're looking for the Boss's Orders. If you can remove that Regigigas, you're in a fantastic position where you know at least there's not going to be a knockout lined up for Rahul next turn.
Absolutely. Taken out of play as well is huge, especially because that Lost City is still there. So, yeah, Sam just doing everything that he can at this point.
Sam really valuing these 2 cards here. Decided to even throw away the big parasol. So hoping to hit the boss's orders off these 3 and doesn't find it.
No.
Has to use the 4 seal stone now.
Seal stone coming into play here. Just going to go for the boss. We're going to see that Regi be brought into the active position here. Exactly what we've been talking about. Sam doing. This is the strategy we've been seeing play out here. Just didn't go Sam's way as far as the draw, but hey, we still got there. 4 seal stone coming in clutch again.
Yep, love this from Sam. Also marking that he's used the Genesect attack there from the Mew VMAX.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't want to run into any issues with that because so often we see Mew players just throw the game on accident with that attack.
All right, so Sam taking out that Regigigas. That is both Regigigas down here for Rahul. Being left with 1 prize card here to take, but can he get there on his turn here before Sam can get to 3 prize cards? Let's see what Rahul has in the hand. Of course, a lot of resources have been burned through at this point. Regi still in the active here with the applicable energy already attached. We're going to see another manual attachment here on the Regi Drago of the Aurora energy. Path to the Peak is as well now in play, so that Lost City is gone. A little bit too late there, unfortunately.
A little bit of Hollywood here from Rahul. He's trying to make it look like he's searching for some cards here, but they're already in hand. He's got the energy and he has the boss's orders, so he's trying to make it look like he doesn't need all these things. And sure enough, he's got everything he wants.
Yeah.
He's just gonna line up the knockout if he can. Do the heavy slam, get that damage onto the Mew VMAX, and then of course he'll be able to knock that Pokemon out once it goes to the bench with the Drago, and that's why Sam was valuing that Roxanne so heavily.
Yeah, definitely. All right, here we go. Heavy slam coming down, slamming that Mew VMAX in the active here. Samuel looking through the discard pile here. On Rahul's side, seeing a couple energy. What energy are still in there, I suppose. See what I guess can still be manually attached, which is pretty major here, because at this point, that's all Rahul has for attaching energy.
Rahul is telegraphing every play from this point, but
yeah,
he doesn't need to do too much.
Nope. And that's what's awesome to see from Rahul's side of the board. Just put himself into the most optimal position. Like you said, Kyle, in those couple of turns ago, we saw holding the Regigigas, playing it at just the right moment when he needed it to completely set up his board state to close out these final turns. And that's just impeccable play here from Rahul. That's why he, I guess, was in the top 4 at OCIC, you know?
Yeah, you know, when you play this many tournaments, sometimes you know what you're doing.
Yeah,
definitely was able to do that here. And thankfully able to do that also with all 4 Aurora energy, which is a lot to ask for, but does have those resources. Sam also finding some, as he does have that Lost Vacuum to move the Path to the Peak. Maybe draw into a few more cards here.
Yeah, Path to the Peak out of the way here. These now have access to their abilities again. We're going to burn a power tablet here from Sam's hand. Of course, the power tablet does buff damage, but like we said, not super applicable here. Ooh, and we're going to see it. The Roseanne's backup. Look, Rahul taking a read of the card here.
This is, hang on now.
That's not one you see too often, but I believe it's a Pokemon, an energy, a stadium card, and a tool card, or you can do all 4. Just retrieve them out of your discard pile, put them back into your deck.
Bringing the Mew back, could we potentially see Psychic Leap over and over again? There's definitely an opportunity there where
just wipe the
your
damage
opponent
off.
can never knock out the active Pokemon.
Oh,
and you just continue to Psychic Leap and chain together these Genesect draws.
That would be pretty wild to see.
That's death by 1,000 cuts, but hey, it's a strategy.
I mean, yeah, it's it is something that can happen, I suppose, for sure. That would be pretty awesome to see. But yeah, definitely pointing that out. The Mew V does have to be down. The move has to be on the board. So if it's evolved, that Mew V moves are no longer there. It's the Mew VMAX. So in order to get access to that, you have to have that Mew down. Yep,
that's why he grabbed it off the back up there. He's looking for it.
Prepping it. Exactly. All right, let's see here. Fusion Strike system. We're going to see a Rotom Phone as well. Still has 1 Fusion Strike system.
Hey there, buddy. But doesn't want it this turn. Actually, might be content here with the Mew VMAX. Has the double turbo energy. And I mean, you can do this either this turn or a later turn as well,
Yeah.
as long as Rahul doesn't have the boss's orders to take the knockout.
All right, here we go. Last Fusion Strike system does just hard draw into the Mew. And another Lost City, I believe, as well. Looking through the discard pile here on Rahul's side, seeing what is in there, what could potentially happen to me. Moving that damaged Mew VMAX out of the active position, free retreating into the undamaged Mew VMAX here. Fully charged up with that double turbo energy. Nerfing the damage -20, but that is going to be enough to take a knockout there on the Regi steal. Going down another prize card to 2 prize cards left. Rahul here with the energy, and there we go, the Serena. That is going to be the game here for Rahul Reddy.
Sam was going over the strats. He said, I had the Mew. I could have worked that in, I guess, but I was just hoping you didn't have it this turn.
Yeah.
Sure enough, did, and that is going to be
Look at my boy, get
GG
it.
for Rahul Reddy. 2-0 here, moving on to 4-0. Once again, just having a phenomenal tournament back-to-back.
Absolutely, most definitely. And that's really what you see, I feel like, with the Regi deck.